Hey, Coach Prime Fanatics. Welcome to episode 26 of the Coach Prime Fanatics show. I'm Kelsey Simon, and today we're going to talk about finishing. All right. Are you a winner? Or are you developing into a winner? All right. Well, what winners do is winners finish. And we know the three main things that winners focus on. We talk about it all the time, and I just want to do a quick review before we talk about this principle of finishing. All right, this is the life principle that we're going to highlight from Coach Prime's Elevate and Dominate book today. But overall, when we talk about what it means to be a winner, winners at life and business, we have to set goals, progress towards goals, and achieve those goals. That's what winners do. To position you to be able to set goals, to progress towards goals and achieve goals, you have to develop a winning mindset, a winning skill set, and a winning tool set. That's why we talk about those life principles and those branding and marketing strategies and character building traits to help you to win in those areas. Okay. So let's get going. We're going to talk about the program news updates. This is the last day of Colorado football camp, or Colorado football camp, but the fall camp, I should say. We're going to share the tools and how to access the tools inside of our community, and then we're going to get into our talking points, and then we're going to end with a quick Q&A if anyone has any questions or any comments about what we talk about today. So let's go ahead and dive now into our topics of discussion. Um, Before we get going, in the program section right here in the community, when you go to CoachPrimeFanatics.com, I'm going to put that on the screen. You can go to CoachPrimeFanatics.com. This is where you can get access to our private VIP community for free. You can subscribe to our newsletter so you can get information about any new developments inside our community that you need to know about. You also get access to the community through the newsletter as well. It's just news, all right? It's information. So go to CoachPrimeFanatics.com to do that. Now, inside the community, here are the top 11 CU Buffs football content creators. You can go into any one of these and get the latest and greatest information about the content that's been shared, not only for this last week or this first week of fall camp, but also summer workouts and a lot of the content that has been produced this year so far. From coming out of the CU Bus football program, I should say. All right, so check it out. And now resources. When you go to the resources, we're going to start off with life coaching. So let's go to the life coaching tab. And what we want is we want to go to this 21 principle game plan to win. These are principles, the 21 principles, the exact 21 principles that are shared in Coach Prime's Elevate and Dominate book. The 21 ways to win on and off the field. Well, we're going to talk about those ways. We talk about them every episode, and we highlight one per episode. Today's episode is going to be about finishing. Okay. All right. Winners finish. The whole reason for this document is just notes because it covers the principles and then the 5 takeaways that Coach Prime shares for each principle. That's it. Any other details, you have to get the book for that. That's, we didn't rewrite the book or anything. It's just notes from the book to make it easy for you to access so that we can have a discussion about these. But you're directed to the book to get the full experience and get all the examples and the teachings. And if you don't have the audio book, you got to get the audio, because just hearing Coach Prime's voice articulate all the words and coaching from within this book is another experience. It's like you're getting direct coaching from Coach Prime. All right, so let's get into this document here. And this principle is principle number 20 within the 21 principle game plan. So we're almost done with the whole game plan. And guess what? Once we're done, we're going to circle back and we're going to start all over again and start talking about it and just get better and better and better as we go through these principles. Why? Because they say repetition is the mother of all skill, right? And if we want to not just absorb these principles for information purposes, but we want to absorb them from an educational standpoint, meaning we want our behavior to change to reflect these principles, then we have to repeat them over and over and over again. We have to study them. We have to rehearse them. We have to, talk about them, see ourselves doing it. We have to dive deep. All right. So principle 20 says finish. Coach Prime says here, takeaway number 1, always finish what you start in life. You want uh let's see, you want to that period, or maybe you want that, let me just make an adjustment here, maybe just you want that period, or maybe that exclamation point at the end of every sentence. All right, so you want to finish what you start. Finishing will give you success and consistency in everything you do. All right, great takeaway. All right, takeaway number 2 says, if you quit something once, the odds are great that you'll quit something again. So don't quit. No matter how difficult a task seems, stay on point, because the finish line may be even closer than it seems. Stay on point. Takeaway 3 says, everything in life moves forward. So don't hesitate or become idle. Keep moving, keep advancing. That's how you make progress. Remember, I talked about how winners not only set goals, but they progress towards goals. You see? So that's what Coach Prime is talking about right here. You have to move forward. You have to make progress. Keep moving, keep advancing. Takeaway 4, finishing is always the end goal, but remember to enjoy the process as well as the journey. Ooh, that's great. Enjoy the process. All right, I like this. Hey, let me go ahead and restart this browser just in case I lost connection. Let me see something here. All right, I think we might be fine, but let me know if you don't hear me. Let me just our audio was fine. All right, let's jump right back into the game plan here. Okay, should be able to hear me fine now, just in case. All right, so we were talking about takeaway number 3 for principle number 20, finish. Everything in life moving forward, keep advancing, keep moving. Takeaway number 4 says finishing is always the end goal, but remember to enjoy the process. That's what we left off. Enjoy the process as well as the journey. I like that. So we keep our mind on the end goal, but the best part about that is the experience, or the journey to getting to the end goal, the journey to finishing. Mm, like that. Oh, there's a lot to be learned along the way. All right, focus on that, along the way. Think about along the way, learning along the way. Don't be so quick to disregard the process, disregard along what you're learning along the way, and be careful not to miss all of those lessons. There's many lessons. There's lessons of growth along the way, because those lessons that you're learning along the way are designed to change you as a person, so that you can get to the end goal, because it's going to take a totally different you to get to the end goal. So that you that you become, that you're going to be once you reach the end goal, that all of that occurs along the way. So along the way is the most valuable part of the journey of getting from where you are to where it is you want to be. When you get to where you want to be, that's the highlight, that's the climax of the journey. That's the tip of the mountain. But it's about, but all of the what it took to climb up to that mountain is what caused you to change who you are, so that you can get to where you're going. So that's the value. That's the real value. The thing in between where you are and where you want to be. Because when you get to where you want to be, if you want to go even further, then it's going to require another journey. The journey continues, you see? So never ever be in a rush. So don't rush the process of the lessons you have to learn and the person and the growth that you have to experience along the way. Takeaway number 5 says, sometimes you do have to abort the mission. Okay. It might be a toxic relationship or a situation that's going to have bad results. This is where you need to pray for the wisdom to know whether it's best to finish at all cost or go in a different direction. Okay. So understand that that does exist, where if you're causing harm, or if something is toxic, it's a very harmful situation in the midst of you finishing, and you trying to or going towards the accomplishment of that mission, then you need to be able to determine if it's best to continue on or to make an adjustment, because sometimes the mission might not look like a straight line. You may have to go, make a, a, a change in direction and go a different route, when you see it in sight, but you can't necessarily just go directly to it, because remember, it's all about the journey. It's all about you becoming who you need to become. So everybody has their own experience that they have to experience along the way. So don't compare. That's another thing. Don't compare your journey along the way to somebody else's, because maybe you don't have to learn a lesson that they have to learn. Your lessons are different. What you need to get to become what you need to become to get to where you need to get, it's tailor made. It's just for you. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now let's go back to the community, and now let's talk about the strategy of the day. This is the marketing and branding strategy. So let's go to business coaching and go to 33 ways to brand yourself online. And we should be on strategy number 20. And this says promote one consistent message. Remember to promote one message across all of your communication channels. This helps to establish your identity online. When someone comes to know your brand, if you have different or conflicting messages about what it is that you do to solve problems for people in business, or about who you are as a person, then your identity can be mistaken. It's going to be difficult to even establish an identity because you don't have any consistency about yourself. So using the same message and in reference to online marketing, the same keywords in your marketing will also contribute to search engine optimization. So you want that type of exposure. So when you're consistent, then these search engines and these platforms, their algorithms come to know you and your content for the keywords and the messaging that you publish. So if you're publishing something different all the time, it's going to be tough for even the bots and the algorithms to identify who you are. So you want to make it simple, make it easy, keep your message clear and consistent and concise, so that you can be easily branded and people can come to know you. All right. So promote one consistent message. Great strategy. All right, now let's pop back into the community. And the last thing I want to do is I want to identify today's character trait. This is the foundation of it all, right? Because all of our decisions we make, the actions we take, is all derived from the character that we develop. And if you want a positive character, we go over these positive character traits, so that you can have positive decisions and positive behaviors that don't cause harm, but causes care and concern towards others. So number 20 is self-restraint. Uh, Self-restraint, another word for this would be self-control. And what this means is, as it says, that I am peaceful. It means that I maintain self-control. I am cautious, serene. That means calm, right? Kind of like a river. You see the calmness of a river, and sometimes rivers described as being serene. You can look out into the serene waters, and it's calming, right? They're controlled. All right. So be cautious, be serene, be unresponsive to impulsive thoughts and actions. When things occur and you got that first thought and it's an impulsive thought, and you might want to do something that's not peaceful or do something that's out of control or harmful or destructive. Well, you want to be able to stop and then think, and then consider all of your options and then proceed with that right choice, that peaceful choice, that serene choice, that you want to exercise that caution. Be unresponsive to impulsivity. So that's what you want to do. That's what it means to be self-restrained. All right. So yeah, I am self-restrained. All right. So I hope you got a lot from today's um, episode. That is it. I want to check to see if we have any comments or questions or anything before we leave. We talked about the programs. Um, We talked about the resources. We went over our principle of the day, our strategy of the day. We went over the trait of the day. Now I'm going to send you off and tell you to go win. Okay. You have everything that you need. Now go and win. And I hope to see you inside of our community. I hope to see you on one of the social media platforms that we're in. We're on X, Coach Prime Fanatics. We're on YouTube. We even have a page on Facebook that we're not very active in, but it's available, for those that are on that platform. But don't forget right here on YouTube to go ahead and subscribe. Make sure that you are hitting the bell notification so you're notified when we go live. Make sure you follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. Um, and yeah, we'll be able to stay in contact. All right. Appreciate your engagement. Appreciate your interest in our content. And go out and continue to support Coach Prime and what he's doing. And let's win together. All right. See you next time.